Happy Tuesday. Welcome to a special edition of What's the Deal featuring myself, Pat, my esteemed co-host, Tim Scoutless. Happy Cinco de Mayo day today. We have a special guest star and treat for our viewing audience.
Woohoo!
Sarah, one of my favorite people at Max Digital, was kind enough to grace us with her presence for this episode where we're going to discuss Max BDC. Sarah is our in-house resident expert on that product, so she's going to be doing a lot of the talking, which is going to be good for me and Tim. So you may recognize Sarah from the login page of Max Digital when you log in.
Do we need to show it? We need to show it.
I think we should show it.
No,
Yeah.
I've seen it.
So
That is Sarah.
Everyone's seen it.
if you've seen that face when you're logging in, we thought we'd bring her in real life. So Sarah, why don't you tell the folks a little bit about yourself and we'll get started.
Thanks for that, you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks Tim and Patrick for having me on today. Like they said, my name's Sarah. I've been with Max Digital a little over 8 years. Prior to that, I worked for Volkswagen, so I've been in automotive for overall 10, 11 years. And right now, I'm the manager of customer success at Max Digital here in Chicago at our headquarters. So I've worn a lot of hats since I've been with Max. I've been in office, I've been working remote, so I've spent a lot of time in dealerships. But right now, that's my current role. But yeah, excited to be here.
And doing
Sarah,
a great job.
Yeah, she does. And right now, you are responsible for the rollout of the Max BDC tool that we're going to talk about today. We've had a tremendous response from clients, new and old. So we thought it'd be great for you to come on and share with us. Sound good?
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Let's
Okay.
get started.
There's you, there's me. All right, well, let's get to the good stuff here. So, Sarah, the Max BDC product, in a couple of words, how would you describe it to folks if they're not familiar with what it does?
In a couple of words, that's hard. It's collaborative, it's simple, it's fast, and it's efficient. That's 4 words.
Okay, impressive. I was going to give you a couple of sentences, but you're way smarter than me.
If I have more time.
All right, good.
No, it's a great product, you guys. We've had tremendous feedback over the last few months since we initially rolled it out at NADA in Vegas. So the feedback's rolling in. We're having a lot of people on trials using the product and helping us improve it. So it's been great.
Sarah, who in the dealership would be using this?
So I'm glad you asked, Patrick. It's called Max BDC, obviously, but I don't want that to confuse anyone. It's great and ideal for a BDC department, but anyone can use it. Anyone who's taking frontline calls from customers, doing internet leads, conducting sales follow-ups. Anyone who's on the front lines or talking to customers can use the tool.
And I would imagine in today's COVID impact world of automotive, I mean, this tool has really, in my experience, it's really helped a lot of people.
Yeah, it's been huge, especially like you said, Tim, during this time. Folks are working remote. They're not in the dealership. They're not able to collaborate with other departments at the store, ask questions. I mean, they're working like we are, independently, right, out of their house.
Yeah.
I talked
Tim,
to a.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Patrick. No, I was just going to say I talked to a store a couple weeks ago, and their service manager was actually taking frontline calls for them.
Wow.
So yeah, it's different for every store, but it's definitely been helpful during this time.
So Tim, that might be a good segue into our poll question.
Poll question of the week.
Our coveted poll questions.
Is this one serious or is this one?
Yeah, this one's serious. No more Adam Sandler movies or.
All right, here we go.
Those teams.
All right, why don't you walk them through the poll question, Patrick?
Sure. So true or false, your online sales process was prepared for the COVID-19 pandemic event, whatever you want to call it. How do you feel? You feel like you were prepared for this? Kind of talking about some of the things that Sarah just said, or do you feel you're kind of learning as you go here? So see, we got 43% of the people voted. So if you could just throw in your answer there, and we'll get going. Tim, I think a lot of people may have thought that they were prepared, but once, you know, they're actually doing it, you know, full time, we probably found some holes in our process.
Yeah, I think there's, you know, while in the short run, there's a lot of challenges, but I think in the long run, a lot of good things are going to come out of this, you know,
100%.
Corona thing. So this could be one of them. All right.
The answer is pretty glaring. So can you share that to me?
All right, let's close the poll. And wow, I think, you know, overwhelming response here. Look at that.
87% to 13%. So thanks for the honesty, everyone.
Appreciate that.
That's why we're doing things like this every Tuesday and Thursday, to try to help our valued clients to get better. So speaking of getting better, Sarah and Tim, I'll let you drive. Sarah, you go ahead and do your magic.
Yeah, so why don't you walk me through the Max BDC tool here?
All right, let's do it. So this is a group that has signed up for our free trial program. They're in the southwest part of the country, and they're loving it so far. So we decided to use them as kind of the guinea pig today. So this is Max BDC, you guys. It's an interface, so you know anyone's able to access it at the store. They don't need to log in, which is great. So again, anyone that's taking frontline calls from customers, internet leads, sales follow-ups can use this product. It's great as well because it syncs up directly with our First Look Max program. So for all our current customers that are on this webinar, you know, as you guys are making changes in First Look Max, you know, changing pricing, moving cars in and out of inventory, this updates in relatively real time. So it's instantaneous, which is a great benefit. Okay. I always like to point out the search parameters on the left-hand side, Tim. So, you know, you've got a BDC representative or a salesperson at your store that's taking a call, or even a receptionist at your front desk, and they're on the other line with a customer. Maybe the customer doesn't have a specific stack number that they're calling about. Maybe they're open to different cars, so they can search for vehicles on the left-hand side. So pretty self-explanatory, right? New, used. They can search by payment parameters or, you know, pricing parameters, year, make, model, trim. One thing that's kind of unique to Max that I like to point out, you guys, is vehicle highlights. It's kind of in the middle there. This actually boils a dealership's inventory down. So they're able to look at cars that are just Carfax one owners, Carfax accident free, maybe they're low miles. Rare vehicles is kind of a cool one I like to point out. It actually pulls in cars that are rare in their market. So we'll actually show if we're only finding maybe one or two within 100 miles of their store.
Oh,
so
cool. Okay.
Kind of a rare gem, hence the diamond icon. And then up at the top is a search bar. And this, by far, in my experience training this product over the last couple months, has been the biggest eye opener for folks.
It's great.
At the dealership. It's huge.
It really is.
It's similar to Google in a way that it's able to translate, you know, kind of conversational text. So you can misspell words, you can abbreviate words. If a customer's, you know, on the other line and they're rattling off, you know, third row seat, Apple CarPlay, you know, leather, sunroof.
Third row seat. So I can type that in right here. All right.
You can type it in right there. It's a stackable search. So, you know, anything you search for, it's going to quickly and efficiently boil your inventory down to vehicles that are you know, third row seat, Apple CarPlay. So you can see it quickly boil down to 4.
So basically, we just went from all our inventory, and just by typing in third row seat, Apple CarPlay, for your sister who has, I was shocked when you told me this yesterday, 6 children. She definitely needs that third row seat. Type that in. She needs Apple CarPlay to, you know, keep the kiddies entertained with music. And now we went down to what, 4 matches. So like that.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's huge. I know. I always use my sister as an example because it's great for third row seats. It always gets a good reaction too when I mention the 6 kids. So yeah, like Patrick said, quickly boils it down to, what was it, Tim? 4 cars?
Yep.
So this is kind of like your search results page, you guys, on your main website. So it has, you know, the tangible information about the cars. So the first one in the lineup is a 2019 Dodge Durango. It's got 22,000 miles. It's a Carfax or a Carfax accident free rather. Almost $1,700 below Kelley Blue Book. So again, just like our Max digital program, you know, you guys on the phone probably know we only include the good stuff. We're only going to show positive information about the vehicle. So it's got your price, it includes almost $4,400 in premium upgrades. It's got the third row seat and the Apple CarPlay that Tim searched for. So you can click into this and you can actually view more of like a vehicle detail page about the vehicle. So again, salesperson, BDC rep on the other line with the customer, they're able to toggle through pictures and really be able to speak intelligently about every single car in stock. I know, a lot of problems that I hear from dealerships on the phone is that, their BDC reps may not know about the factory packages on a car. They may not be able to become sort of product experts and get the answers that they need. So this is the fuel that they need to really be able to provide the information that customers want to hear. This one, as you can see, you guys, it's not only priced below Kelly, it's also priced below market. So those are significant
I really like this slider.
value adds, right?
This is really nice here. This little wave here where it shows where your price is compared to the other ones. That's a nice upgrade.
Yeah, I like that too. And then of course, down below we itemize out the packages. So not only are we going to say, well, this car comes with a quick order package that's worth $4,400. Well, what's in it? So it's going to itemize everything out to, again, make your team instant experts, which is huge, especially during this climate, like we said before. So you've got equipment in there, they can pull a Carfax, history report if they need to, all the great information about the car. And from here, if the customer is interested in the vehicle, you can actually add this to their personal customer garage within this BDC tool. So you can add it as a favorite, and then you can see it adds a 1 into that little red heart in the upper right-hand corner. So that's your customer garage. So then we can go back to search if you want to add one more, Tim, just for fun.
Okay.
So we can add that Chevy Suburban, $500 in upgrades. That was $7,000 below market, which is huge. So then they can go up there to the favorites garage for that customer, and this is where the collaboration piece comes into play. So this is where the BDC representative or the salesperson can actually interact with the customer, which again has been a huge relief during COVID, is that they're able to safely and social distancing themselves, they can collaborate with customers virtually. So they can send this to them via text, via email. They can even share it through their CRM, which is what I've kind of found a lot of dealerships have been doing. They've been emailing it or texting it through their CRM, so that link saves. And then it's great because the customer has access to all this great information.
So I want to say one thing to the folks on the line. If you have an Apple phone, I don't know if Android's does it, on the new iOS, if you open your camera, you could actually point your camera at that QR code, and it'll show you what it looks like on your device. So if you do share it with a customer, and they're not at their computer or at their desk, you can see what it looks like. So if you guys want to do that, just go ahead and copy that QR code, and you'll be able to see. Sorry, I just wanted to jump in there. And
no, I think it's a great. It's really cool. Especially, I think when customers start coming back to the dealership, this is a great way. Hey, scan this barcode here, and we've got your garage saved for you.
Yeah, and it puts everybody on the same page too, right? There's nothing worse than spending 14, 15 hours online. You're talking to one person, then you show up to the dealership, and you got to kind of do the process all over again. So helps keep everybody aligned.
So Sarah, can you walk us through some of the things that are going on over here? We have some questions from some of the people on the line, but I think if you go through, you'll answer a couple of them.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So what's great about this, you guys, is this gives the dealership kind of intel as far as what the consumer's doing behind the scenes. Because after you share that link with the customer now has access to their own garage, their website, right? Or your website, I should say. So they're able to kind of add or remove their own cars to their garage. They're able to estimate their trade-in. Okay. So if you click on trade-in, Tim, they can go in and type in what vehicle they're trading for. So let's say they're looking at 2015 Chevy Malibu LT, and this provides them quick insights on what their car might be worth. So this comes from our Max proprietary data system. It gives them just a rough estimate
and that was
of what
one
their
of the
car's
questions.
worth.
It looks like Kevin, hopefully that answered your question. This is a system that we built with our 6 million plus market listings that we have every day flowing through the system. So similar to what else is out there, but this is proprietary, like Sarah said, just to us.
Yep. So as you can see, you guys, it saves in here. So that gives the dealership kind of a leg up on what the customer's doing and a look into what they're doing behind the scenes. So they know the customer's got a 15 Malibu that they're going to trade.
Okay. And this payment estimator, just to give us a quick overview here, what would you see the customer doing?
Yeah, quick overview, pretty cut and dry. I mean, they can, estimate their monthly payments. So if the customer's looking to spend, $400 a month and they've got, 5,000 to put down, they can calculate what they might be able to afford in your inventory and then shop for cars under, $300 a month.
Cool.
Yeah, but again, the dealership has access to all that, which is pretty cool.
Awesome. And then again, all their favorites. Yeah, it's an awesome tool. I've had really tremendous feedback from the customer of mine that have taken advantage of the offer that we're putting out there right now.
So speaking of offers, Tim, we are offering this product free of charge till the end of May. But if you're on this webinar right now, and I'm looking at the list here, we could probably even extend that for 60 days for you if you wanted to try this. Free of charge, no setup fees, and then you'd get an opportunity to talk to Sarah again because she would be training you.
There you go.
So if that's something that you're interested in, Tim, why don't you show them how to contact us?
Yeah, so you can head over to our website for maxdigital.com. All right, and right here at the top, the big green button, schedule a demo. That'll go into our sales team, and they'll give you a call. If you don't want to talk to a sales guy, I get it. I'm the worst. I'm not a sales guy. You want to call me, Patrick, Sarah, we'll hook you up. We'll give you a one-on-one, not a problem. Okay.
Yeah, and the people that are would be calling you from the sales team, everyone's under the same direction that we're helping our clients out during these rough times. So they'll just get your information, get it over to Sarah, and then we'll get you trained up. So if this is something you want to take advantage of, please, it's a great tool. And people like Sarah and Tim both said, people are seeing tremendous success with it. So
any other question? Look, we have one more question. What was the trade-in tool? And some other third-party vendors are wanting to put widgets on our used car listings. Is this needed? Will it slow the website down? I think that's a pretty good question from Kevin.
Yeah.
What has your experience been there, Patrick?
Well, this isn't a widget that would go onto your website. So I'm not sure if Kevin was asking directly, if this goes on his website. This is just a separate URL that your BDC, your sales folks, your internet team, that they go to in lieu of your website. Just because it's the search capability, all the things that we went over that really make this thing, kind of hum. This is something that a different tool for their toolbox that they would be using.
Yeah, even though it's a website, don't think of it in the term of a traditional website. This is a tool that sits on the side that your salespeople use.
Exactly.
Cool. All right.
Sarah, anything to add?
I don't think so, you guys. That was great. For any of you guys that end up signing up for this, I'm happy to train, as Patrick and Tim mentioned, you on the product, sales department, BDC. We can do multiple trainings if you don't want to take everybody off your phones or off your floor. We can definitely cater it to, how you guys want to set it up. And I know it's kind of a weird time to be adding maybe a new product right now, but as Patrick said, it's very cut and dry. It's just a URL. There's really no fuss. So I promise it's a very easy transition that I can help kind of fit into any of your processes. So let me know. But thanks again for having me.
Yeah, thanks Sarah for joining. It was great.
Thanks for coming. All right. Hey, time for a margarita. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, ole.
We'll see everyone on Thursday. Tim, before you sign off, Thursday we put together another market insight. It's our second one. We'll be sharing that. Anticipating a large turnout for that one. The first one that we did, Mike Kavanaugh did that for the company. We had a lot of people sign up for that, and we got some alerts in the system that we can turn on for you, and some reporting to look at sales trends and price changes. So we'll go through a lot of that stuff on Thursday. It might be a little bit longer of a session just because there's a lot of data to cover, but we look forward to seeing everybody on Thursday. So as Tim said, happy Cinco de Mayo, and have a great day. Thanks again, Sarah.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye.